Tonight, starters for the Fever in double figures, led by Mitchell with 23.
The Indiana Fever delivered a dominant performance on August 1, 2025, defeating the Dallas Wings 88-78 in a heated and high-stakes WNBA showdown that continued the Fever's remarkable mid-season resurgence. Playing in front of a roaring Dallas crowd, the Fever stepped onto the court without their star rookie, Caitlin Clark, who missed her sixth straight game due to a minor ankle sprain, yet still found a way to control the momentum from start to finish. Veteran guard Kelsey Mitchell took charge of the offense with surgical precision, lighting up the scoreboard with 23 points while leading the offensive flow with confidence and calm. The first quarter started evenly matched, both teams exchanging baskets and testing each other's defensive schemes, ending 22-22. Dallas looked to rising star Paige Bueckers to take the lead in Clark's absence, and she answered with a dazzling 22-point performance of her own, showing flashes of brilliance with mid-range pull-ups, coast-to-coast drives, and step-back threes. However, Indiana's balanced defense and relentless rebounding edge proved too much for the Wings to contain. In the second quarter, Aliyah Boston began to impose her will in the paint, collecting offensive boards and finishing through contact, helping Indiana pull ahead with a crucial 9-0 run midway through the frame. Closing the half with a 48-42 advantage, the Fever's defensive intensity intensified after halftime, particularly through Natasha Howard, who had a sensational two-way performance, securing 16 rebounds, teeing her career high in, scoring 11 points while also anchoring the paint. Her hustle plays, putbacks, and veteran leadership helped Indiana extend their lead to 72-57 by the end of the third quarter. Dallas's offense struggled to generate rhythm beyond Bueckers as Ariko Gunboale was held to just 8 points and spent most of the fourth quarter on the bench due to foul trouble and ineffective shooting, despite a late push by Dallas, who cut the lead to 75-69 with under 5 minutes left. Indiana never panicked. Veteran composure, second-chance scoring, and clutch perimeter shooting, particularly from Katie Lou Samuelson and Erica Wheeler, silenced any Wings comeback hopes. Fever coach Christy Sides praised her team's poise and teamwork post-game, especially the rebounding dominance where Indiana out-rebounded Dallas 44-30 and grabbed a stunning 14 offensive boards compared to Dallas's 4. The Fever also knocked down 12 three-pointers, more than doubling Dallas's output in that category, a differential that became one of the most decisive aspects of the game. Statistically, Indiana overcame a few sloppy possessions and committed 19 turnovers, but their rebounding, ball movement, and team defense eclipsed those mistakes. The victory marked the Fever's fourth straight win, something the franchise hadn't accomplished since 2015, and elevated them to a winning record at a critical time in the playoff push. For the Wings, this loss exposed key weaknesses, including defensive miscommunication, poor rebounding, and lack of scoring support outside of Bueckers. Coach Chris Coughlin's voiced frustration after the game, particularly with his backcourt's defensive lapses and the team's physicality, or lack thereof. He acknowledged the youth and inexperience of the roster, but emphasized the need to learn quickly if they want to stay competitive in the Western Conference. Meanwhile, Indiana's chemistry is starting to click even without their superstar rookie, which raises the bar for when Clark returns. Aliyah Boston's steady development, Howard's leadership, Mitchell's scoring prowess, and the emergence of role players like Smith, Bibby, and Samuelson make the Fever an increasingly dangerous squad, with the series tied 1-1 between Indiana and Dallas heading into their next meeting. The stakes will only grow higher, especially if Clark returns. Fans are eagerly awaiting the potential Bueckers versus Clark clash, a generational battle that could electrify the league and reshape the WNBA landscape. But for now, the Fever ride high on confidence, grit, and a newfound identity, proving they can win big games even under pressure and without their most talked-about player. The August 1st victory wasn't just another win, it was a statement that Indiana isn't just Caitlin Clark's team. It's a team of competitors, fighters, and evolving stars.
Up ahead, working on Hall to the hole, got it! That's what she brings to this Wings team.
Well, she ran.
On August 1st, 2025, at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, an electric crowd of 17,857 fans witnessed Indiana secure a 10-point road win, improving to 16-12 and marking the franchise's first time sitting for games above 500 since June. 2015, Yesi, Penny, Kumai, Secha Wings, Indiana fever, my Sechi absent, was rookie sensation Caitlin Clark, sidelined with a groin injury and missing her 6th straight game. Yet Indiana's resolve centered through seasoned veterans and emerging role players carried the day. Kelsey Mitchell poured in 23 points with unflinching poise, orchestrating the offense and anchoring key moments inside and from deep. Indiana fever 8, ESPN, com mais 8 CBSports, com +8. Meanwhile, Aliyah Boston and Natasha Howard each logged double-doubles, Boston crossing a franchise-scoring milestone and surpassing Erlana Larkins for assists in the process, while Howard tied a career high with 16 rebounds, controlling Indiana's dominance on the glass. ESPN.com +8, Indiana fever +8, ESPN.com +8. Despite standout efforts from Paige Bueckers, who delivered her 12th career 20-point game, tallying 22 points, 4 assists and 2 steals, Dallas faltered in critical areas. 1B.com +14 Mavs, com mais 14 wings, mais 14. The Wings shot a dismal 2 for 15 from 3-point range, while Indiana connected on 12 threes out of 28 attempts, tilting the scoring margin decisively in Indiana's favor. Mavs, calm Wings. Indiana out-rebounded Dallas 44-30, including a staggering 14 offensive rebounds to Dallas's 4, providing numerous second-chance opportunities that Dallas simply couldn't match. Mavs, MONEYBALL.com. Although the Fever committed 19 turnovers, they weathered that storm with tough defense and offensive rebounding in vintage championship form. Off the court, Coach Chris Coughlin's voiced frustration at missed calls and Dallas' lack of physicality early on, stressing that his team's young roster is still finding its cohesion amid in-game adversity and growing pains. Map.com. On the Indiana side, head coach Stephanie White and her staff have woven a resilient identity through bench depths. Just the day before, Indiana formally signed Chloe Bibby to a rest-of-season deal after she impressed, shooting 50% from 3 during a hardship stint in consecutive wins. SBNation.com. Indiana's balanced attack alongside veterans Mitchell, Boston, Howard, newcomer Bibby, and supporting players like Lexi Hull, Ari McDonald, and Sophie Cunningham cements the Fever as a team on a mission, capable of winning tough games with or without Clark on the court. For Dallas, the loss extends a rough stretch, 8 losses in 10 games, leaving them 7 games back of the playoff picture in the Western Conference. Indiana Fever 7, ESPN, com mais 7, Indiana Fever mais 7.
Lost double-digit second-half lead, 3 in the last.
Come on, Paige!
Outed! Bueckers buries the 3.
Bang!
As the final buzzer echoed through the American Airlines Center on that humid Texas evening, one thing became increasingly clear: the Indiana Fever were no longer just a team surviving in Caitlin Clark's absence. They were thriving. The 88-78 victory over the Dallas Wings wasn't merely a tick in the win column. It was a statement about growth, balance, and a rediscovered identity built on defense, rebounding, and collective grit. Every possession of the game illustrated a deeper truth. Indiana is evolving into a complete team, capable of weathering storms, silencing crowds, and dictating the game even without their most recognizable face. Kelsey Mitchell, arguably one of the most overlooked veterans in the league, continued to command the floor like a maestro, not only tallying 23 points but orchestrating an offense that relied on timing, spacing, and sharp decisions. Her jumpers came at pivotal moments when Dallas tried to build momentum. And yet, what truly defined Indiana's resilience wasn't just who scored, but how they scored, and how they denied Dallas from doing the same. Aliyah Boston, only in her sophomore year, played like a 10-year vet, snagging rebounds in traffic, drawing double teams, and finding shooters with whip-smart interior passes. Her connection with Natasha Howard has blossomed into one of the most quietly effective frontcourts in the WNBA. Howard, herself a former WNBA champion, delivered a masterclass in hustle, 16 rebounds, including clutch offensive boards that extended possessions, demoralized Dallas defenders, and forced them into late shot clock desperation sequences. Dallas, on the other hand, found themselves spiraling under pressure, not due to a lack of talent, but due to inconsistencies in execution and cohesion. Paige Bueckers, the rookie phenom hailed as a future face of the league, tried to shoulder the load with 22 points, slashing through lanes, hitting mid-range jumpers, and even drawing fouls on smart veteran defenders. But the help wasn't there. Araiko Gunbowale had one of her quietest games of the season, scoring just 8 points and visibly frustrated by Indiana's trapping schemes and help defense.